Hey, hi Mohammed. Can we start? Okay. Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know the people join from different continents. Myself, Anindra, and today I would like to talk about integrations of cross cloud engagement model, where it's one of the great cross cloud engagement model for the better customer experience. And myself, Anindra, and you could follow me on @Argichatta in my Twitter. And once again, thanks to Pakistan Dream Organizing Committee, and it's a whole lot of tremendous achievement that what we have so far. And thanks to the sponsors, especially to PDF Battler, Media Monks, Gridmate, and of course, the special thanks to Trailblazer community for bringing all together with this wonderful platform called Salesforce. And would like to thank once again to all the Pakistan Dream sponsors and the Pakistan Dream Organizing Committee. About me, myself, Anindra, I'm a CTO working with one of the platinum consulting partner company with Salesforce, and I'm an enterprise architect with Salesforce and AWS. I'm a group leader in Salesforce Marketers Group in Singapore, as well as Slack Chapter Group in Singapore. And I'm a Salesforce marketing champion with 34 certifieds, which include Velocity and Accredited Professional. And I have a blog, salesforce.wordpress.com, so you can follow me on the blog as well. I'm a Trailblazer mentor, and I'm a speaker as well. Before I go to an agenda, so there is a one event which is going on, that is Rafael event. I would recommend everyone, all attendees, to join this Rafael event, so that at the end of the session I'll run the results of the Rafael, so that you people will get a voucher of certification, or else you'll get a swag from the organizing committee. So I'm just pasting here. You could leverage this to join into the Rafael, and they could win some surprising prizes as well, right? Yes. So what is our today's agenda? I know this is a little bit architectural kind of session, but of course this is something which is more useful for the consultants, the functional architects, the technical architects, as well as the people who want to join with the Salesforce ecosystem. So they want to understand what is a customer 360 and what is the importance of data strategy, and how we could leverage the data strategy use cases, and what are all the best practices for making the master ID, which is nothing but a primary key. And we'll talk about what are all the cross cloud integrations available in Salesforce as an out of the box. And I'll showcase a quite good demo today, so that you can understand how we can integrate cross clouds, especially on B2C Commerce Cloud to Marketing Cloud. And we can talk about how we can integrate B2C Commerce Cloud to Sales Service Clouds, right? And on top, of course, we would like to go through, because explaining all this thing is one thing and giving demo is one thing. The other thing is, especially on, before you start with any data model or the design best practices, you always talk about considerations and the best practices as well, like any pitfalls is going to be happen. So in order to overcome all these considerations, what are all the best practices that we can leverage, that we could talk about as well. So without any delay, we'll talk about as everyone wants a customer 360. Wherever the platforms we connected, we always connected different touch points, and those touch points will happily serve the customer. That brings all them into one single place, which is nothing but a Salesforce customer 360. So customers leverage Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and I use a e-commerce cloud called B2C Commerce Cloud. But ideally, I want to connect all the touch points, all the clouds to bring the customer 360. So that's what the customer 360 in Salesforce look like. So it'll give the maximum experience which all the customers wanted to in a nowadays. Every customer wanted, because they are sitting in a lot of places. I want to see one pictorial representation of my customer. How many number of accounts, how many number of opportunities, number of cases, number of orders, number of shipments, all the details you want in a one single place, that is customer 360. That's what we're all envisioning for, right? Now let's coming into our topic. So as an architect, as a functional architect or a technical architect or any other consultants, what are all the primary stuff that what we talk about it? When you design a solution, what is the best thing that you can go ahead with? One thing is the key strategy to build a crash cloud success, because you're trying to integrate a commerce cloud with sales service cloud, commerce cloud with marketing cloud. So what are all the recommended way to think about your crash cloud journeys and goals? The number one, always we believe the implementation goals and methods, right? When we start with the project, so what is your implementation goal? I'll ask a question to our delivery guy. Hey, what is your implementation goal? What are all the methods you follow? The ultimate answer that what I got is so funny. I would like to go with the seamless customer experience. I'll build some integration technologies. I'll use so and so technologies. Of course, you use all this thing to become a crash cloud architect. But however, what are all your key strategies to become a crash cloud success? Number one, everyone, we always follow data strategy. With our data strategy, we can't able to achieve anything in the current digital space or in the current crash cloud space. Once you design your data, you have to define your profile orchestration. You need to understand what is the system of record within each system. There are crash cloud systems, so you need to identify what is a master record for each and every platform. Third thing, customer resolution strategy. You always talk about your strategy of data profile orchestration, but you also want to talk about your customer resolution strategy as well. That is more important. How you bring your customer strategy to re-evaluate them, resell once again with all the strategies, right? So to bring all together into it, how we can connect the data enables with an amazing customer experience. As I said, to improve the conversion rate for the customer, we have B2C Commerce. We have a service cloud for increased agent productivity. We have marketing cloud to maximize the campaign results. But out of this, you see B2C Commerce Cloud. What are all the main master data which is sitting in orders, customers data, stores data, catalog data, products data, promotions information. So all is sitting under Commerce Cloud. At the same time, the service cloud, you have context database, your person accounts, you have cases, solutions, your milestones, SLAs, and all the stuff. And at the same time, marketing cloud, you have subscribers, contacts, data extensions, the journeys, the messages, the automation. So you have, when you talk about marketing cloud, there's plenty, because it's one of the best omni-channel system that what we have currently, right? But the biggest question, hey, how we can connect all together? Is there anything that we could see a value addition for a customer experience? Of course, yes. Bringing all together, what you can achieve. As I said, to connect these two systems, the B2C Commerce Cloud, Service Cloud, you could have progressive profile resolution. You could place order on behalf of the customer, because I'm sitting in Service Cloud as an agent, because the customers talks to me, and the customers always talk about, what else you would like to do it, because I couldn't be able to place an order. And funny, can you place on behalf of me? Yes, an agent can do this on behalf of you. You could build a conversational commerce activities. You can build loyalty, tire and point redemption platform. While connecting these two, you could be able to achieve all these elements. But when you connect Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, everyone knows is I believe more 80%, more than 80% of people know connecting Sales Service Cloud to Marketing Cloud via Marketing Cloud Connect. And you could use a synchronized data extension concept, and you could use a subscriber status sync to sync the contact opt-in status back to Service Cloud. You could sync the journey entries and activities back to Service Cloud, and you could sync multi-channel engagement data back from Marketing Cloud to Service Cloud, right? So that's a use case of Service Cloud to Marketing Cloud. But when I talk about what is the fundamental principles about, what are all the use cases about the Commerce Cloud to Marketing Cloud, of course, there's plenty. I can say that when a new customer joins, so you could send an email from Marketing Cloud. When a new customer's landing into your B2C storefront, nothing but your e-commerce site, You could send a welcome email, and a person browsing the cart and then they left the cart. You could send an abandoned cart email for the customer to come back and then done a purchase. The coupon redemption, personalized marketing recommendations, transactional messaging. Like when I place an order, the email goes from Marketing Cloud. When an order has been updated with the status, the order statuses goes from Marketing Cloud, and all the orders data sync with Marketing Cloud. And through Marketing Cloud, we could be able to send the purchase statements, the monthly purchase statement, the weekly purchase statement, and an yearly purchase statements, whatnot. We could build a lot of stuff. I can talk about all this thing can be done with the connectors. I could give you a, a brief demo using Salesforce out of the box connectors, how you can connect all this, because B2C team has done a fabulous job. They build a lot of connectors to connect with all these systems to make our lives easier. In the coming sessions, in the coming slides, I would like to talk about those elements as well. So when you talk about Crash Clouds and the enablement for amazing customer experience, right? I hope you understand what are all the benefits for the customer to get all these connecting clouds. But what is the minimum architecture that we follow as an architect? You have a Salesforce platform that supports sales service, uh, field service, you have order management system, everything, right? So you have a marketing cloud. Connecting these two, you have a marketing cloud connect available. But connecting B2C commerce to Salesforce platform, nowadays people are using OCAPI, the custom API integration. But fortunately, we have the connectors available to connect with both the platforms, which is a native CRM sync connector. That I'll showcase how the connector look like, where are the details about. And we have other elements where if you want to integrate commerce with marketing cloud, so ultimately people are using custom API integrations for transactional APIs. That this is what our current minimum B2C architecture with all the API stuff. To eliminate all this, we have a ready-made connectors available in down the line, where I could take you through how we can connect both the platforms seamlessly. It's very, very simple, seamlessly, and then you could get this done very quickly. Now you understand what is a Crash Cloud platform look like, and what are all the data strategies, and what are all the the minimum B2C solution architecture look like. But the most important thing we need to identify, you identify the systems, that's absolutely fine. But but are you going to make a duplicate records all the way? Contact sitting in Commerce Cloud, contact the same contact going to Service Cloud, the same contact going to Marketing Cloud? Of course not. That's where I'm going to build a one master record for entire Crash Clouds that makes my life is so easier. At the same time, it gives a lot of sense for my analytics team also to get the single record with all the customer 360 values, right? Look at the identifiers. What are all the best identifiers? As a Salesforce cloud maintains their own keys to identify individuals. If you look at different systems that what I'm talking about, you look at this marketing cloud. In marketing cloud, what is the best primary key that you could leverage to integrate with sales service cloud and a B2C commerce clouds? If you look at marketing cloud, you always leverage either contact key or a subscriber key as a unique key, right? And when you talk about your sales service cloud, both are them connected with marketing cloud connect, but I always prefer contact ID as my subscriber key, because Salesforce Marketing Cloud has a contact key, and my contact ID also has a contact ID has a numerical value where I can treat my contact ID as a subscriber key inside Marketing Cloud when I'm trying to integrate these two systems. At the same time, when you look at B2C Commerce Cloud, B2C Commerce Cloud has a different profiles altogether, right? When you want to represent a customer in B2C Commerce Cloud, it always has a customer list ID or a customer ID. When you talk about, I build a lot of storefront funny for my different business, different countries. When I talk about site ID, right? At the same time, if I want to represent the identifier for a customer profile for internal, again, it's a customer ID. And there are other identifier, the customer number, which is representing the external identifier for a customer profile, because sometimes where you connect your e-commerce engine with the third-party customers platforms via an MDM platforms or whatever it is. So in that area, I personally treat, okay, customer number, let's take it as a external identifier. But looking at these, right? Looking at this customer list ID is not a good solution, because it's a collection of all the B2C commerce customers. Never ever take the customer list ID as a subscriber key or a primary key, or a site ID also, it's not a primary key. You always need to focus on either customer ID or the customer number to become a pair scope and to profile IDs for your entire integration. I personally go with the customer ID because this customer ID, what I'll do is I'm going to send the customer ID information back to Sales Service Cloud and do a minimum kind of an orchestration to find out, okay, this customer ID from B2C Commerce Cloud is XYZ. What is the related email address for the customer ID is fanindra@gmail.com. Let's find out what is the relevant contact sitting inside Salesforce Service Cloud. Then what I do is I'll map this customer ID to my existing contact ID. I don't want to create a new duplicate record. I'll create a unique record because I need to do some sort of logic inside my Sales Service Cloud to make a customer record. That we have to build it. At the same time, we have our Salesforce CDP. We use a unique, unified individual ID as a as a contact key. And from Interaction Studio, we use an Interaction Studio ID for every anonymous visit coming to Interaction Studio platform. We assign an ID for a profile stitching before we convert a unknown to known customer. So that's all Interaction Studio ID. So using these IDs, you could be able to find out your customer record very easily. And I would recommend everyone to follow the same identifiers when you're trying to integrate with any of the clouds. Please don't never leverage email address or the mobile ID as the subscriber key or the contact key. Please use a numerical value of the contact ID as the best key, a primary key that sits with all the three systems. That makes a system more comfortable. At the same time, that makes the analytics teams also more comfortable, right? Look at the pipeline. So now we understand your identifiers. Now look at the data strategy, how we would like to make a practice. So we identified the contact ID we have to leverage as the common identifier across all the platforms, right? So look at B2C Commerce Cloud, Marketing Cloud, and you have a Service Cloud. Service Cloud to Marketing Cloud, we're using a Marketing Cloud Connect to connecting these two platforms, Service Cloud to Marketing Cloud. So the engagement data will flow to Service Cloud via MC Connect, and the contact data will flow through Marketing Cloud via MC Connect via synchronized data extensions. While connecting Marketing Cloud to B2C, ideally it's a dotted line because the current status with using custom API integration, but I'm not leveraging this. I'm showcase how I built seamless integration between these two clouds along with these two clouds. Look at the strategy. As I said, contact ID, take the contact ID as a common identifier, but how you can build it funny? Can you showcase? Of course. In contact, you see the subscriber key. Of course, I contact ID is subscriber key, an 18-digit numerical identifier. When it comes to the B2C Commerce Cloud, as I said, name, email, username, because you see the email ID has matches. And as I said, the B2C Commerce Cloud has their own customer ID, which is something like AXNY something. While collecting both, how you could design SF contact ID? Of course, I designed because this data I'm syncing with B2C Commerce Cloud via my native CRM sync connector. That check it out, email match, and I'll automatically display the subscriber key with the contact ID. Because I'll create one SC contact ID inside I'll create one attribute in Commerce Cloud, and I'm going to get the data from contact to Commerce profile. At the same time, in Service Cloud, it's very easy because you already sync this data with Marketing Cloud. My subscriber key is contact ID. The same thing, this information I'm flowing back to my Sales Service Cloud. You see the same contact ID will flow to Sales Service Cloud as well. So look at the common identifier that what we found is based on email or mobile number. Just stitch the information. You have to work something inside the platforms to build a common identifier. And again, you don't need to build a customer 360 ID. Just leverage the Salesforce contact ID, right? So that gives a lot of comfort for everyone. When I talk about comfort level, right? So how do you find a conceptual master record? So the question is, I anchor all customer data on the Salesforce CRM contact ID to enable this strategy, because you look at my Salesforce CRM contact, right, which is my master record always, which contains my email, my mobile number, name of contact, and address, customer IDs, whatever it is, right? So I have all the geographical information which is tied up with the contact. Now from here, I want to use contact ID as my primary key to connect with all the system, which is computer data from your Marketing Cloud, your customer transactions from Commerce Cloud, the consent and preferences from your Marketing Cloud as well, right? So you could leverage the same for rest of the clouds as well. So it's not only for three different systems. You could just to decorate with customer record from all the systems to make an equal identifier that is nothing but a unique identifier, right? So that's how the entire conceptual master record will flow together. And then make sure, team, you have to define the right relationship between two data model always. Find out the right data model before you sync the data. Otherwise, it will be a go in and out. So our recommendations, the source data recommendations from our side, uh, as I personally recommend, don't create too much of data model. Just leverage the Salesforce out of the box data model, the native data model. You look at the strengths of native data model, the marketing cloud. You look at your engagement data, your subscriber management. Excuse me a second. You look at your marketing cloud, your engagement data, your subscription management, your loyalty status, your B2C commerce customer profile, customer group membership, promotional eligibility. The same thing for service and CDP as well. So always when I recommend source data, it's very, very important in our daily life because the source data has the powerful harness to stream into different systems. The best recommendation, store non-redundant data types in source. Always don't create any other data types. Just store non-redundant data types. Focus on moving all the data into a master record. As I said, don't create duplicate records coming from different systems. You just need to find out the right variable, the right attributes to combine both the thing and then leverage the contact ID. That's a good movement. That's a good data movement and the storage, right? You don't need to create duplicate data to increase the data storage space, which eventually costs your customers for more number of dollars, right? And focus on how the customer workflow works, and just integrate the third party systems with day zero with ongoing data flows. And if you see any latency in terms of data response or API calls, and just take a look, so you are doing any mistake or as such, because it might impact performance in a later point of time, right? So that's what our data recommendations. When coming to the cross cloud integrations, now we talk about the identity strategies, we talked about data model strategies, but finally we talked about when you talk about cross cloud integrations, the same thing. Initially you see the custom API integrations between these two clouds, right? The custom API integration, these two clouds. Now if you look at what the cross cloud journeys look like, the foundations of cross cloud journeys look like, so I have a three connectors which are readily available. So those three connectors ideally you could see under this. If you look at in Salesforce, we have this solution kit for retail and B2C. You see here, right? We have all the connectors available. If you want to connect with Salesforce Marketing Cloud, if you want to connect with Commerce Cloud with Sales Service Cloud, so we have different kind of connectors available in this entire link, which is nothing but solution kits. I would recommend to leverage all these solution kits to connect the seamless integration concepts between both the clouds. So I'll ping you this link so that you guys can go and then check it out. So at the same time, when you look at all these integrations, right? How pretty easy when you look at it, right? There's a fundamental step-by-step document that shows about how you're connecting both the systems. There's a full kind of a documentation available. So maybe I can showcase that. So there are a lot of connector details available, which it could include how you can get the details, and you can look at all your model considerations, and you could look at the system of record. You could look at understand the data model. So you could find out how the flow of the data contains, what are all the alternative flows that what we talked about it, right? And you could see the entire details about your model considerations. And there are some GitHub accounts. GitHub. So I have to log in with, ideally, there is a way that you have to log in with the GitHub account for ACR Sales or Service Cloud connector with Commerce Cloud. At the same time, we have a couple of other connectors available between Marketing Cloud to Commerce Cloud. So all this fundamentally available under the solution kits, where I would recommend everyone to take a look about all this ready-made solution kits, which we connecting all the clouds together, right? So that is one of the great idea and the concept that brings the B2C solution team. And when we look at connecting these systems, right? What is a Marketing Cloud Connect do? Commerce to marketing integration do? The commerce to servicing connector do? All these connected details I could showcase in the later point of time. So there are some use cases, right? That what we talk about. Uh, Initially, when we see the B2C solution architecture team. So in the initial slide, you can see the B2C solution architecture, but this is the minimum B2C solution architecture, which covers all the integration use cases. You see, the integration covers between your uh, B2C commerce versus sales service cloud. So you could order on behalf of the customer, you could build conversational commerce, seamless identity, and loyalty tier and point redemption platform. And when you're trying to connect with marketing cloud to commerce cloud, so all these things which you're able to leverage marketing to sales service cloud via marketing cloud connect, and the same platform from marketing cloud to commerce cloud, you could leverage abundant card use case, coupon redemption, personalized marketing recommendations, transactional messaging. So there's plenty of use cases where you could use all these use cases using native connectors. That connectors you could observe under these. Under the solution kits, you could see the native connectors available. If you go to all this, you could find a connector of both the clouds, and then you could just build a step-by-step guide which can help you out to make it work. So most of the customers, what they do is they'll spend a lot of time to build OKAPI integrations, because I've seen many of the customers use the OKAPI to connect with Sales Service Cloud. They build a lot of APIs to connect with multiple clouds. So going forward, you no need to leverage those APIs. You could seamlessly connect all the cross clouds using the connectors that what the Salesforce has been providing us. As I've told, right, you can look at how you can unify the commerce service sales experience. So you can see the integration, the connector between Salesforce Sales Service Cloud to Commerce Cloud. There is a B2C CRM sync connector available. So this entire connector, you could see under the entire GitHub, which is available, so that you could see the step-by-step information about how you're connecting, what are all the steps that we have to take care, right? So this idea is not the product released by Salesforce. This is just a connector which we all work together on this, kind of an agile accelerator, where you can look at this connector information and then you could try to build it. And if you have any support required, so you can go and then Slack it for the B2C commerce team. So we'll all help you. We'll all get you help you on this. How you can build. If you're stuck anywhere on all these courses or anything that you want to build something, we are happy to help you out on this. So this is one of the accelerator where you could leverage to connect with Commerce with Sales Service Cloud. So essentially the question is, so what it does and what it does to facilitate, right? So what it does is, as I said, it's a time to market. It's a development framework that accelerates integration between time to market, and you could use a lot of flows. We build a lot of flows inside this connector. You could just install these flows and then you could leverage it. I can showcase that, and how the data synchronization works between both the platforms, and how assisted shopping works with customizable interface and all the stuff. Now we see that. Now you see, we've learned a lot of idea on this Clash Cloud, right? Now we talk about kind of a demo. I'll showcase a demo how I'm trying to integrate between B2C Commerce to Marketing Cloud and a B2C Commerce Cloud to Sales Service Cloud using a Salesforce out-of-the-box Clash Cloud connectors. As I said, just leverage the Clash Cloud connectors. It's time to market, and just leverage those. And then these are all some of the use cases I would like to talk about. You can see, as soon as the shopper creates an account on e-commerce site, the shoppers will get a welcome email. And if the shopper abandoned a cart, this customer will receive an email from Marketing Cloud and order confirmation updates. If a customer places an order from e-commerce site, so Marketing Cloud sends an email to customer and order confirmation. Any order status changes, the monthly transaction statements, yearly transaction statements, and because shoppers done something, shoppers placed plenty of orders, but you want to cancel the order from the order quantity that what you purchased, and how the service agent can help them to cancel the order on behalf of the customer, and how the service agent can place an order on behalf of the customer. So all those things you could able to achieve inside your sales service cloud using out of the box crash cloud connectors. But without any delay, let's jump into our demo how it look like. So I'm going to showcase the B2C my storefront. So this is my storefront, which we built on SFRA, storefront reference architecture. So look at, right. So if a customer landing into the storefront, and ideally you want to create an account and you want to register with us. So let's take an example of Pakistan Dream. So I'm just trying to create an account. I'm just subscribing as my. So I'm just going to create an account. So add phone number. Well, I've created an account. Look at it. I've created an account. I'm logging into my B2C Commerce Cloud. So you can see my storefront. I'm logging into it. I can see my account. So immediately, this data I'm sending back to a marketing cloud, and a marketing cloud will send a confirmation email, a kind of a welcome email, stating that join. We are happy to join this on so a storefront. Now I can showcase how this email is going to flow from marketing cloud. So within 1 or 2 minutes, you'll get an email. So meanwhile, we can be able to check it out of other use cases. Let's check out as a person. I have an account where I have a customer. His name is Alex Adams. So what he does is would like to purchase few more items. So he's trying to log in here. And so Alex Adams is a person who is trying to browse all his clothing. So he's want to purchase some suits to his Dream Force in the next month. So he went to his collection category of suits, and the suits suited him for. He's going to purchase the entire charcoal single wool suit, and now he's going to select the size. I'm trying to build all the charts, everything, and I click on add to cart. So once I click on add to cart, and then suddenly I change my mind. Okay, I change my mind, and then I've just left out this entire browsing session. Right. So I just close this browsing session, and then in marketing cloud, ideally you could see that information. I'll find out my username. So I can showcase how the data will flow from B2C Commerce Cloud to Marketing Cloud for abandoned cart, especially. You will definitely say surprise because I'm just leveraging the Einstein product recommendations because that is one of the best. Because in your entire e-commerce site, because I left the site, right? So when I go back and then check it out my entire storefront site. So when I trying to log in here, when I go to my checkout page, so when you look at this checkout page, I'm just leveraging the Einstein email recommendation, the script collect.js script, which plays a huge role. This entire ETML tags. I can showcase how I'm capturing the data because I build lot of. You can see that the collect.js script that I can use from Einstein product recommendations, and then you can see how I'm capturing the entire information, pushing back to Marketing Cloud, the MID, the Marketing Cloud org ID, and the person who logging into it, and what I'm tracking, the page view. I'm tracking the entire page view. Along with the page view, I'm just tracking my order, the cart information, the item ID, what is the quantity and the price, and the unique ID that is traveling back to Marketing Cloud. So using this collect.js script, I'm just capturing all the information from my cloud. I'm just going to accept my authentication. So I'll try to log in again. I'll get an authentication now, so I can get it. Yes, I got it. Now I can showcase how a person Alex, and how we are pushing the entire data from B2C Commerce Cloud to Marketing Cloud for Abound and Cart using an Einstein information. So under Einstein, you can see Einstein product recommendations. You see Einstein content selection, Einstein copy insights, Einstein engagement frequency. So what you do is you have to go on and check it out, your Einstein web recommendations, your Einstein engagement scoring, messaging insights. Just go to the web recommendations. So this web recommendations, I'm not leveraging it anything. Let's go to your email recommendations. This email recommendations. So I enabled my product. So you can see under admin. Once you enable this Einstein email recommendations, you have to create one logic to insert all the product quantity data, all the B2C commerce products. You have to insert initially to get the relevant item IDs. Now, if you look at my admin, right, I'll go to my status. So in status, you see that I'm going to find out what I got tracked. Look at my reporting. So in this reporting, you see that under the recommendations, under admin tools, what I'll do is I'll search with the person here, Alex. So look at the Alex, what he has been viewed so far. You look at all his the cart items. The page will load slowly. You see the lot of attributes that what I've captured, the site ID, the variation, the product details, and all the category information. You see that what the recommendations, the one which what he has been applied for, black flat front suit. I'll just refresh it once again to showcase exact images what we are trying to send an email. So as a best practice always for Abound and Cart, right? So you always just wait for at least 10 minutes, so that every 10 minutes we're going to send an email to the customer saying that, hey, come back and then complete your purchase on the respective charcoal suite that what have been tracked here. This is the Abound and Cart items that what we've captured. So what I does is immediately, as a person, I logging into Alex Adams. You see here, this is the welcome email from Marketing Cloud. So once I register into a Commerce Cloud, automatically I got a welcome email from Marketing Cloud. So at the same time, you see the abandoned cart use case as well. So in abandoned cart, I have a person which we used. You can see here, I got an email, hello customer, check out the cart before this deal is off, the suite that what I've selected. So this is the kind of email that Marketing Cloud will send. And we use two kind of a technical concepts here. One thing is the GitHub connecting with both the clouds. The second thing is leveraging Einstein email recommendations to capture all the data using the collect.js, because in the overview, you could identify and understand what are all the things that we are leveraging it here. Because I can showcase in the implementation, you don't need to do anything, team. You just like capture this entire collection code. You see here the collect.js code that what I've captured, and put that collect.js code to the closing head tag before your ISML tag, and put the scripts into the head tag. And you see how we are capturing users and attributes using ETMC tags. And now you see how I'm capturing all the track items, because this is where the storefront which is pushing the data into Marketing Cloud, and all the data you could see under your admin panel. At the same time, this data I'm storing back to a data extension via behavioral triggers, because the behavioral triggers will play a huge role for abandoned cart use case. You have to build a behavioral trigger to capture all the data from B2C Commerce Cloud on the abandoned cart use case, because behavioral trigger works with especially on the abandoned cart use cases. So you have to design this abandoned cart use case with the behavioral trigger. You can look at the trigger that what I've designed. This trigger is quite easy. You can see all the triggers, how many number of emails you sent, how many number of impressions, total suppressions, and all the details from start to end date. So this is how the abandoned cart use case look like. But we have some more use cases. The use cases, now we covered the Marketing Cloud, and you see you can build a lot of automations as well. So the automations are nothing but if you want to send a monthly statement and weekly statement, we build them API kind of events as well. Those API kind of events, one transactional API. I think we built two transactional APIs. One with the welcome email, which is real-time email. When the customer registers into B2C storefront, you're automatically sending an email from Marketing Cloud. That is welcome email journey. If you look at this welcome email journey, this is an API entry activity which we connected both the clouds via a transactional API. I use an API entry event, and there is another one that I've built specially on this abundant the order confirmation. Whenever a customer places an order in B2C storefront, let's take an example of this B2C storefront. Now Alex has came to this place, and Alex want to purchase 2 quantity, and he would like to have a 2-day express shipping, and he's trying to go checkout. Now Alex will go to the checkout. He'll find out his shipping address. He'll go to the payment now. So the next payment is going to choose his CVV. He's going to place an order. Now Alex is placing an order. Alex placed an order, the fantastic suite for his Dreamforce, charcoal single plate. Now we need to identify whether this data has been syncing with our service cloud or not, because this data is required for an agent to support Alex for any of the cancellation on orders, or if you want to order more items on behalf of the customer, because customer is always busy, he went to the phone and then he want to chat with the customer. Now we can see how Marketing Cloud will send a confirmation email on the order statuses. You see here, I built an API entry activity again. So this entry activity is an API event from B2C Commerce Cloud, because there are two use cases. One thing, I leveraged my entire Marketing Cloud connector package, the go-to-market one, to build entire use cases. And on top, I build a transactional API to much more use cases for the better customer experience. And this is my order confirmation email. When I go to my Alex again, Alex will get an email, something like this. Alex will soon receive an email. And at the same time, I can showcase how the orders data that what I placed here will sync with Sales Service Cloud. Logging with the Sales Service Cloud. Because this Sales Service Cloud, I use a CRM native connector, the CRM sync connector, which is again available under this solution kits. If you look at my system, right, I'll go and then I'll check it out. My order that I've placed recently. If you look at my order summaries, ideally, so the order that I placed recently on 20th August, if you look at my order summaries, you could see the order that I placed recently on 20th August, because these two systems have been interlinked. You can see 20th August, Alex Adam is a person, the person account is placed in order. You could see all the detail that what I built, the shipping details, the food, the sweets that what you ordered, and you see the shipping detail, order payment summaries, the entire information about your fulfillment order product summary, the details about your order. You see all the order information, and at the same time, what Alex is going to do is Alex will receive a notification saying that you see order has been confirmed. So this is an order that Alex has been done. You see how we are connected seamlessly to Marketing Cloud, at the same time to Sales Service Cloud for giving a better customer service from Sales Service Cloud, and to giving a better omnichannel experience from Marketing Cloud. Now I'll go here. Now what I'll do is, my third case is to connecting with Commerce with Service Cloud. If you look at my Salesforce, I'll go with an online, and my person Alex has some problems on his order. So he want to leverage customer support from my storefront. So what he does is he'll go and then chat with the customer. So what he does is he'll go and then cancel one of our item that what he would like to don't want. Hey, support, I would like to cancel my order. Just want to cancel 1 quantity only. Here I'll start chatting with. So this chatbot which I built inside Service Cloud, an instant chatbot where we're communicating with customer directly, a self-service chatbot. Hey Alex, I'm digital assistant, would like to have something. So and Alex want to see his recent orders. You can check the recent orders. the recent orders that what he placed so far, because you see the recent orders that what he placed recently. You can look at all his orders. So this is an order today has placed. You can check the details about his order also, the order amount, what kind of order he has been placed. And now I would like to cancel. I'll transfer to an agent. Now what I'll do is I'll transfer to an agent. So my agent is online. I'll click on S. Now my bot will connecting to my agent here. I'll accept as an agent. I'll accept Alex consent here. Once I accept Alex consent, I'll automatically get the respective product that what he has been purchased in the right hand side. I'll talk with. I'll just look at his concern. Okay, he want to cancel. Okay, Alex. We understand your concern. Will help you out so that Alex can communicate. Hey, thanks, mate. So what Alex can do is Alex can go to his respective order that what he has been placed recently, and what he does is he'll go to an order, the 2401. He'll leverage the flows because we build some flows specially for cancellations, reshipping, return items. So I'll use a cancel item flow. That flow will bring all the product summary details into it. I'll just choose it. I'll just go and then remove my quantity from 1 to 2 to 1. I'll choose the reason. I just change of mind. I'll ask please shipping amount remove it. I'll click on next. And then I'm trying to see the entire, as an agent, I have to see my entire details. I'm going to update my customer. So this is what is going to get a refund. So this amount is going to be deducted. I'm going to click on submit. So this information immediately go back to Marketing Cloud, and Alex will get an email saying that your so-and-so order has been canceled. One of the quantity has been canceled, and then feel free to shop once again. Look at how we are trying to, make, if you look at in the summary, the quantity has been moved to 1, and then you look at all the details about the summary, you see one order has been rejected. So that's where how seamlessly we are giving a customer experience to all the people who are sitting outside of system, right? So we're helping customer to help customer sitting in the service agent, and we are sending notification to via Marketing Cloud, and we are making them alerted all the time, right? So this is what the customer wants. And if they look at what is the entire customer order summary, you can see order summary details, and you could build a lot of flows. Salesforce flow will help you out to build a lot of flows to make the agent lives more easier, right? So you could see all his details about the order information, the details, the feed. The feed will talk about your orders, cancellations, everything is in single place, and you can see his charts, his previous history, and everything. I say that, hey mate, your order has been cancelled. Keep shopping. I'll close the chart. So all his past charts that what he has been occur and the details, you see these past charts. So we have every data record that is not going to be missed out, and at the same time, you see the same customer sitting in Marketing Cloud, and the same customer sitting in Sales Cloud, B2C Commerce Cloud. The same guy. This guy is Alex Adams. So this guy we built. You can see this guy is Alex Adams. You see the basic identifier that what we identified, the contact ID, the person account, which is the currently we're leveraging person account. This is the person account ID. These are the different cases that body has been raised, and different number of orders that body has been placed. That's what the customer 360 look like to better serve the customer with the whole holistic view. And that's how the system of cross clouds connecting together to make customer lives easier. And don't go anywhere. So we'll go through the rest of the flow. So far you understand, and you look at all the use cases, right? The demos at what we presented. Now there are always a place where we need to improve ourselves in terms of getting our fundamental principles for getting a success to become a more considerations. When you build any cross cloud, always keep in mind that the API limits is much more important, right? Each cloud has its own set of governance and API limits. Make sure when you build the platforms, using the connectors or whatever it is, it consumes an APIs. Make sure you have to use the integration concept of just in time or real time or not designed with. Make sure you have to think before you connecting both the platforms or cross cloud platforms. Data volume, each cloud is unique team. Limits of B2C commerce versus custom objects are different than marketing cloud. You have to always think about, rather than building a new customer model, let's leverage the out of the box model and then making connection together. And always minimize the custom fields. And I don't want to recommend to create more fields. So just think about, always open to recommend one or two max, but always minimize the fields and field length when you are extending any existing objects. The data movement, you have to respect the data always. You have to respect the data constraints of each cloud that you're utilizing the platform to design the work, right? The most important thing, data synchronizations. Synchronization between all the clouds is required by cross-cloud use cases, of course. The storefront, service cloud, events, primary keys, identity attributes, and all this stuff. But make sure, keep in mind always that synchronizing of data, the primary key is very, very important. Without that, your entire implementation is going to be in a different holistic view. Okay. As I said, data orchestration is one pointer. Find out the master record strategy is one more. And connecting clouds with Marketing Cloud Connect. And always think the Marketing Cloud Connect with Sales Service Cloud takes 15 minutes of lag, real time. Find out use cases where it doesn't hamper the customer. Always think that what are all use cases that beneficial have custom API integration versus Marketing Cloud Connect, right? And at the same time, the B2C commerce cannot rely on the sync to manage real-time customer profile updates. We have to deliberately work on those items as well to make it more countable, right? So the last and not least, we're always humans, right? We always do mistakes, but at the same time, when we start an implementation, we always keep in mind to clean state where we start at right data model for the customers to cover all the cross clouds. Forget about, now you start with Sales Service Cloud. Later down the line, you want to build a Commerce Cloud. Later down the line, you want to go Marketing Cloud. Make sure you have to provide the best strategy for the customer that connecting with the best primary keys. You look at the Marketing Cloud, Commerce Cloud, what is the recommendation? What are all the considerations? Marketing Cloud to Commerce Cloud, add-on Service Cloud, what are all the best recommendations and the considerations, right? So the same thing, you have to find out the best customer, the best system of record, and the best human record that makes our life more easier. So that's all, team. And any questions and answers, I'll happy to help you out. Don't go anywhere. We have a referral is going on. I'll get someone to, I'll see who is going to win the session. But it's quite fascinating for me to join this event, and I would see a lot of other speakers who's going to talk on this session. I would love to hear from them, and I would like to learn from them as well. As a person, I would like to thank the organizing committee of Park Dream to giving this opportunity to talk on this event. I would really looking forward to join as an in-person event, and then getting other quite bright fellows of my community are sitting in Pakistan. And then I was really happy to join and hands together with you guys, and then happy to help our community to grow faster, and happy to help you out anywhere. If any questions on the Commerce Cloud, cross cloud integrations, reach out to me for any information. I'll happy to go through, and I'll happy to go through the technical details if required. I'll go through the code along with you to understand more, to understand your use cases. If you're stuck anywhere, what is the best way to go ahead? I'll happy to recommend as well. Yeah, once again, thank you, Pakistan Dream, for giving us this opportunity, and looking forward for more sessions. Let me see if anyone has any questions. So I think no one is having questions, but I'll just take a moment and then I'll just announce the winners. Before I go, I'll go my speaker URL. I'll just run the referral. Okay, so just stay on. So guys, are you ready? So I'm going to run the referral for the session of integration of cross cloud engagement model for a best customer experience. So far you like the session, and I was really happy that I'm a part of this group, and I'm ready to help you out anywhere, is on Twitter, LinkedIn, or anywhere you can connect with me. And I'm going to start. I'll just take 30 seconds and I'll stop it. Yes, Samir Bashi, congratulations. You won $25 gift card. And the Pakistan Dream team is going to catch up with you in the next steps. Don't forget to join us in other sessions team. I would love to see some other speakers to join all the sessions, and you could share the screenshot with the social media with Pakistan Dream and hashtag with Happy Learning. And once again, thank you, Pakistan Dream, for giving us this opportunity, and looking forward for many more sessions. And once again, thank you for all the sponsors who sponsors on this event. Of course, this is a quite tremendous journey so far, and would really thanks for all the sponsors for sponsoring on this event. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye. Bye, team. Thanks, Ron. Bye. Thanks, Ashish.